episode 129 of It Was a Movie. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
And this is the movie Watership Down that we looked at this week. It is movie 7,635 on Metacritic's all-time movie list. It's got a Metascore of 64 and a user score of 7.8. Running time 102 minutes, about an hour and a half. Directed by Martin Rosen, written or adapted by Martin Rosen based on a novel by Richard Adams. A couple of good heavy hitters. John Hurt. Well, Richard Briers isn't really a heavy hitter, but he's a staple.
To us, he is, perhaps.
Yeah, he's a staple British kind of soap comedy star, I guess.
Yeah, sitcom was his bag, really.
Was it Ever Decreasing Circles he was in? I can't. It's something, I don't know, maybe. Ever Increasing Circles.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where he was working, had a farm at the back of his house? And
oh, don't know.
Whatever the hell that was called. This is from our early childhood. So
this is early 80s, so I barely remember him. But also an old friend of the podcast, Denholm Elliott, played Cowslip. Didn't know it until I looked it up. The Butler in Trading Places we reviewed a long time ago. And
Indy's friend.
Yeah, and King George himself, Nigel Hawthorne, is in this as well.
There are several big names, yeah.
And they all have great accents.
Oh, don't they? Like, if you're going to be a rabbit, you're going to have a damn good voice for it.
A thumping good voice.
Big thumping voice. Hey. And I thought himself was very good as Fiver. They're sort of almost easily. It perfectly chose. And Hurt is fantastic as the leader.
Yeah, for sure. It was a budget of 2.4 million and brought in 3.5 million in the US and Canada. I'm guessing it's made a lot more around the world. Nominated for the 1979 Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation. But I think, looking back historically, I think it's probably seen as one of the most sort of successful adult animated films. This was before Ghibli came along.
Especially for its time. Like, it's a bit of a bold move for its time. Adult animations weren't really a thing back then, were they?
I don't really know. I can't think
of anything else.
The Snowman. We're walking in the
Which I think was like 10 years after this.
Is it?
Maybe more, actually.
Am I insane that
walking over there.
Am I insane in thinking that this usually is shown around Christmas on TV, on terrestrial TV, on like British terrestrial TV?
I seem to remember. Never watched it. Never really took my fancy. And, as a kid, I'm glad I didn't watch it because it's more adult than for kiddywinks.
You didn't show this to your two young children.
I suspected it would have been a bad idea. And I
many
stick with
nightmares.
That.
Yeah.
Most of it's fine for kids. There are a couple of scenes near the end that are pretty graphic.
I thought it was actually going to be a bit more graphic just from perception. But it wasn't. It was. It told a tale of terror from the rabbit's perspective. It's constant terror. But now this really does do a good job in just narrating a story of just constant peril that rabbits face. And I think the animators did an amazing job in getting rabbits down pat, basically.
What I suspect was a lot less money, a lot smaller budget than the likes of Studio Ghibli would be able to leverage.
I think Ghibli, it's interesting that maybe, I wonder, do they know about this movie, all the people in Studio Ghibli?
Oh, I'm sure they do. It's a seminal piece and it's an animation for adults. They know about it.
Yeah, it's got a vibe of Grave of the Fireflies about it. There's no real happy story in it.
It's not as miserable, not even close to as miserable as Graveyard, because it kind of ends well.
Yeah, it's got rabbits instead of people, so
I think the fact that it's rabbits is somewhat irrelevant. It's a very human story.
It's very you start empathizing and connecting with rabbits, which you don't really think of that often.
Yeah, I'm not going to go hunting wabbits after that.
Dastardly wabbits. So you have Hazel, Fiver, Bigwig, Captain Holly Cowslip Kahar, which is a good character.
I love him in this.
He's very good. He brings a bit of comic relief to an otherwise bleak movie. General Woundworth, well. Very good hero. General Woundworth, Hyacinthly, and Blackberry. And so, but I think there's about 8 rabbits who flee the original warren. Like, basically it's a story of a bunch of rabbits fleeing from their original warren because Fiverr has a sort of a impulse that something bad's happening. Sorry, I'm showing my stupid finger.
That is a stupid finger.
Yeah, stupid. That's from using a mouse for a week straight and my finger is going nuts. Anyway, if you can't see us,
IMDb.
Yeah, if you can't see the webcam, then this doesn't make any sense. But anyway, yeah, like Fiverr gets some sort of, it never really goes deeper into this story of how he knows this or how he senses.
He's got the shinning.
He does have the shinning. Yeah. He bumps into sort of a signpost, and that signpost basically says, we're going to dig up everything and build houses here.
Maybe he's just taking the mick and he can actually read. He doesn't have the shinning. He just lets on this, bad things are going to come. I read the sign.
He's illiterate.
Yeah, they're building a housing estate on top of the warren, and he's like, We should leave.
We should leave. And he's a very meek, very young, small character, but you really feels...
Hazel knows when he gets a feeling in his bones, it's time to listen.
Hazel trusts Fiverr. I really am glad that nothing happened to Fiverr, because that would have ruined me inwardly. I thought it would.
Child. The last remnants of your inner child would have been snuffed out.
Yeah. What did you think before all the plot happened? What did you think of the prologue with the myth of Frith and El Harry?
To be honest, I kind of liked a little bit of lore, setting up the religious beliefs of the rabbits. I think it's a fantastic little piece added in there. You know, it's almost like a kids' TV program, and I'm okay with it.
It's quite psychedelic, wasn't it?
Oh, well, the artwork is super psychedelic.
Yeah. Until you get into the traditional Maine.
Yeah.
Maine
but
watercolor.
Okay, I kind of liked it. It's a bit, as you say, psychedelic. But it sets a nice background, their belief and their peril, constant peril.
Yeah, and it sets in... Yeah, every time they have a little aside with the Black Rabbit and the lore of Frith and everything, it goes into that sort of art style, which sort of contrasts with the softness of the sort of watercolor scenery, and then obviously the traditional animation on top of it. And it works for me.
Oh, absolutely. To be honest, I at times I got a cross between the Lord of the Rings and World War II vibe off of the way the rabbits lived.
The Dirty Dozen sort of
mission.
Yeah. I think the mythic prologue sort of frames the story a little bit in a sense.
Fantastically so, yeah.
I don't know if it would matter if it's gone, but its presence helps.
It adds. It gives it a bit more spice. You know, it's a bit more flavor. It doesn't detract at all. I enjoy it because they do then go throughout the movie. They quote their god rabbit every now and then, and without the context from the start, that would be weird. Yeah,
true. We didn't like in that first chunk as well. We get sort of this. I don't know if this is what it's like with rabbits in real life, but there's a hierarchy. I'm guessing there might be.
Sure, why not? Let's say that's fact.
Like a little rabbit inside a warren with a crown on its head.
They have rabbit elections and
yeah. So yeah, they kind of have this thing. I didn't really get the name. Like they were the Ozla clan, and then the later clan. It was hard for me to pick up.
Didn't bother trying to note down any of the warren names because they were all.
Yeah, I think like I just have little notes here, and I think they came from the Ozla clan, and the enemy with General Woundworth is the Efrafra. Yeah, so that was the hardest part of the plot to follow, actually, to be honest with you.
And it's not that hard. It's just a unusually pronounced word.
Yeah. So when they set off, this is where you get a sense of danger around every corner, peril, predators, crows, cars, dogs, badgers, trains.
Absolutely everything that moves is out to get them. And I suppose that is the life of a bloody rabbit.
It makes you think.
It does. They set out, I think there's like 8 of them, and it's 7 boys and 1 girl. Of
course, I don't think there was any. Oh, that was the girl, Violet. Violet got killed.
Violet gets killed like straight away.
And you know what? Like,
this warren's not going to work, is it, lads?
You want to go to the Blue Oyster Bar, lads?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to procreate with just a bunch of lads.
Yeah, it kind of dawns on them later, but I think Kahar helps them think about that. It's going, you don't have a mate.
His realization and coming to that is fantastic.
It's a sausage fest every day. But I think
you gotta have eggs, lads. Eggs. You need eggs.
Yeah, he the process of their journey towards safety or perceived safety, or whatever, is crazy and obviously tension filling.
It ratchets up as it goes as well.
It does. Actually, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, I was just trying to fill in the void when my brain was trying to take over. I think Violet's death happens off screen, but it's the most violent one and shocking.
Yeah, it's just a tuft of hair left behind after some sort of bird of prey takes her out.
Yeah, she just goes outside in the morning time out from the hedge and doink.
Hazel looks on and goes, "Ooh,
oh shit!"
Yeah.
Hazel
attacked by rats as well.
Yeah, I don't know I think the rats are after that one. I don't know. It's all mixed together. It doesn't really matter. It's danger after danger after danger.
Yeah.
Hazel at the start is sort of egging on Fiver when they're at home, but then when they're on the journey, Hazel's the lead wabbit.
Wascally wabbit.
Yeah, the wascally wabbit. So what do you think of Hazel? It doesn't really come across as crazy strong, but smart in a sense.
Sensible, like a strong people person, if people were rabbits.
People person.
Like the brains is Fiver, clearly, and the brawn is her good friend Bigwig. But he's the middle of the road character who listens to everybody and makes decisions. So he's, the archetypal sort of leader character. Absolutely well played by Mr. Hurt.
Yeah, I think Fiver takes a back seat after, apart from the end bit where he goes into fits and tremors.
The dog's coming.
He's getting a shinning, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I would say he's remember we watched Dungeons and Dragons there a few months back. He's the bard character of it, is Hazel.
The bard.
Charismatic. He's able to get people to follow. Not the smartest, not the strongest, but he's in the right position.
Which one of the rabbits? Because then that's my kind of pet peeve with movies. I think we've seen it a lot with a couple of movies we've reviewed where there's just way too many characters, because we do have there's a lot of rabbits in this place, and certain times the color shifts and they're all the same color, like they're in shadows and stuff, and you just don't know.
It's very hard to tell which is which. Is that the bad guys coming around back? No.
Well, it's good. It's good when Efrafra came along because they're all green-eyed, and so that's fine. I can handle that. Yeah. But when
red-eyed fellas were quite confusing.
Yeah, when Hazel gets shot, I didn't know it was Hazel. Later,
it was definitely a rabbit.
It definitely was a wascally wabbit.
And there was only 3 rabbits. I had the same problem. I was like, which one was it? Until they got home, I was like, okay, Hazel.
Yeah, because there's Blackberry, and he's got a little black head on him. And then I think there was, I don't know, Caramel or something. I don't fucking know. Bob. Yeah, they're all very descriptive names for them, but I just didn't know. There was a couple of outliers, and I just never got to know them as rabbits. I wanted to get to know them.
Big complaint in my life, not getting to know rabbits as rabbits.
I really wanted to get to know them as rabbits. Yes, I didn't. They did their plot. Their arc didn't evolve, and it's not about them really. They're just there to prop up. They did actually come in handy at the end when the dog's chasing them. They do a kind of a relay type race, but
it's a nice little gimmick.
We don't know anything about them.
No, they're there just to annoy a dog.
Yes, pretty much. Which one of them, though? Which one of them says, "Oh, that little piece of wood can float"? Though that wasn't Hazel. I think that was Blackberry, or something.
I think. Yeah, it was Blackberry.
I'm a Blackberry guy. I'm a Blackberry fan. He should have got more space.
Yeah, he did quite a lot actually.
Yeah, he was the kind of Murdoch of the A-Team Rabbit group.
Granted, he did say, Hazel's dead. No point going that way. He's dead. It's done.
True, actually.
Let's all enjoy ourselves.
He was kind of dumb and two-dimensional in his thinking, but he did think about. He looked at a boat and went, "That's like the small bit of wood we floated on." Yeah. So yeah,
that was a very smart move. But that was foreshadowed earlier on when they got on a plank.
The little plank thing.
And I think somebody said, "Gotta remember that one."
Yeah, I think Blackberry's got to be given some credit there in the rabbit credit list.
Kudos.
So they spend maybe whatever. What is it like? So 80% of the movie journeying to find their hill home.
They're warring on the hill, under the tree.
Yeah,
Fiver's shouting about it the whole way there. I have to go up the hill, lads.
Got to go up the hill. It's over there.
Up the hill. What hill? The hill. Well, you see it.
Oh, there's Pickwick as well. The other little rabbit with Fiver. They're two little rabbits, and
it's their job to hide behind Hazel, effectively.
Yeah, Pickwick does something later. I can't remember what he does, but he does something good for the group, but it's something small.
Moral support.
Yeah, but I felt sorry for them because they were walking so much. Then you could see them panting and stuff. I said, "Oh my god, the poor little rabbit." I felt sorry for Pickwick.
Well, they were on a mission.
They put a lot of trust in Fiver, and Fiver pulled through for them. So Bigwig must be said. He's got a big wig on his head, so that's why he's called Bigwig. So he was one of the old guard at the old thing, but he comes and follows them, and that's fine. He's sort of the muscle. He's the B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, he used to be the chief enforcer of the previous place.
Yeah.
But he got sick of it.
Yeah. He didn't. He got kicked out by the bulldozers.
Oh, no, that was the other guy.
That's the other guy.
Captain something or other. Captain Mannering.
Captain Mannering.
Yeah. Inver or something. Captain Inver.
Yeah. Yeah. Bigwig just came along for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of somebody who tried to stop them. And he went, "Well, I have to come with you now, so."
Yeah. What's the deal with Cowslip and his Warren? What did he want? Yeah. What did his team want?
They're a sort of insidious bunch of lads. I think they wanted the extra numbers so that the lad who was trapping his Warren would focus on them and eat them and not his lads. Come on in, have some carrots, lads. We'll have some fun.
I thought they were just some weird sex cult rabbit. Whatever.
A bunch of furries, huh?
Yeah. They were like reciting poetry and everything. I was like, bloody hell, what are you doing here?
Fiver was right. He's like, I've had enough of this, I'm off.
Yeah, Fiver has sensed it again. He got the shinning going.
Got the shinning.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
He's seen two twins and some blood coming out of an escalator.
Yeah, two twin rabbits. Well, Bigwig then, I thought, so at this point, you didn't really get a lot of crazy violence, but Bigwig gets caught in a snare, and it's a pretty bloody scene. Like he's in the snare, and blood comes out of his mouth and nose and shit.
They dig him out though. Like they are a smart bunch of lads. They managed to dig out the wood peg that's holding him down. And, Bigwig's like, let's go back and kill all the lads. And they're like, nah, let's just leave. It's easier.
It was a good scene. It was good cinematography or art direction, if you call it that. When they're eating the stuff, the camera's like going around with the lads hiding in the little holes. It's sort of like
they're almost like steepling their fingers, going.
Yeah,
it's the equivalent in rabbit body language.
True. So like they have these crazy stressful times on the way up to the final mountain, basically, of mountain of hope and glory. Watership
Yeah,
Down,
but
basically.
on their way there, they pass a farm with a
The
dog and a
farm.
cat and some does inside. And
Caged does.
caged does. Okay, Hazel's thinking, oh, maybe we could stop it being a sausage fest and bring these ladies along.
I
But
think
they get chased away by
that's
a rabbit and a dog.
yeah, I think that's Holly, isn't it? The girl in the cage, the girl in the cage, the
I wrote
doe
it
in the
down, but I
cage.
don't know where my page is.
Yeah, I think it's
Yes,
Holly,
I'd
but it
say
doesn't
that.
really matter.
No,
Yeah, so
she's
like
important later on.
yeah, but like they go there and they kind of scope it out, and it's like okay, I got that memory now. I know where the hoes are at, does are at.
I do like Hazel's. He's a bit of a heist mind on him. He's good at planning these sort of sneaky shenanigans.
Yeah, uh, nothing other crazy stuff happened before they make it to the.
No, not really. They get up to their hill and they're annoyed. Or not annoyed, but there's a chap waiting up there with a
Cahal.
flappy wing.
He's a good character. Doesn't he say
His name.
piss off?
He does.
There's a bit of a debate about it.
I had to pause that and rewind.
That was
I'm
funny.
damn sure he says piss off.
Piss off.
I love his inability to have one volume level. He up and down like crazy. A lot of screaming, which is, I think, apt for the type of animal he is.
Yeah, I think he's a pied gull or something. I think that's what the black-headed gulls are like. There, piss off. That's good. He's a great character.
Great.
He helps them seriously, but he's a good comic relief.
Massively helps them.
Yeah, he's the eyes in
Sans
the sky.
him, they would have died.
Yeah. Yeah, so when they're sort of... Actually, a couple of things happen before they go up the hill. Captain Holly comes, the Warren is destroyed. I think it's a given. I don't know if we need it, but it's there.
Yeah. He's reinforcements from the old place, but he's only one person. Everybody else is dead. And there's a bit of a grim scene where he's depicting how everybody in the old Warren dies from effectively suffocation when the lads building the estate just cover their Warren up with soil. There's no getting out, no oxygen. The air goes bad.
It was an interesting scene because they did it quite abstractly. They just did heads of rabbits being
more than effective.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was good. I also liked when they were crossing a road on their journey. They called cars rodeo-doos or something. Rodeo-doos or something.
Yeah,
they won't hit you.
They just run on the road here. They run on this thing here. That rodeo-doos.
Yeah.
Humans and the rodeo-doos. Like, watch me. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is the point where Kahar, the crazy bird, he fixes its wing and he's basically saying, you don't have any ladies up here, yo. You need to get some.
He goes off. But a couple of days pass and he hasn't come back and they're like, crap, we're going to have to sort this problem ourselves.
So they do as we said.
Farm,
yeah.
Shenanigans happen. They nearly get all the ladies out and they do not.
You know, the humans we hear at the start and then the humans we hear at the farm, they sound like Hagrid from Harry Potter. All of them. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, you're a rabbit. You're a rabbit, Hazel.
Yeah. I didn't bother looking up the names, but they have that
twang, like Devon or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. I was trying to put a name to it, but I don't know local dialects all that well. So I'm just going to say, Hagrid.
Yeah, it's Hagrid. The Hagrid family.
Like a bit of Scrumpy Jack sort of lads.
Yeah, I don't know where that would be. Yeah, so as we said earlier, Hazel gets shot running away and we don't know really what it is because it's kind of dark. And then, as you said, Blackberry goes, yeah, he's dead. See ya.
It's fine. So, but don't go bother looking for him. He's dead.
But Fiver goes after him and we get a Art Garfunkel musical interlude pop song video.
Bright Eyes.
Yeah, what did you make of that? Is it a little bit off that, or was it okay?
It was kind of strange. It was more like a music video.
Yeah, it was actually just stuck in.
Yeah, cram it in there. We get a bit of Art Garfunkel, and there's a black rabbit leading Fiver to Hazel's shot out butt.
I thought he was dead.
What I don't figure out is if Hazel couldn't get up the hill himself, how was Fiver going to help him by himself?
Well, yeah. Well, he was expecting Kahar to send for the troops.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. But it works out in the end. It kind of fills that bit in. We don't have to worry about it. And Kahar sorts him out by pecking out some black rocks from his butt.
Yeah.
It's pretty sound of him. I wouldn't do that for somebody else.
He was very good.
You have to use your mouth.
Yeah, he was a good friend, a good bird friend. I think then they basically realized this, and we need to go to the Ephrathar Warren and steal some ladies.
Basically, if they don't have two genders in their warren ends after these lads. So they're like, well, we don't want that. And from Captain Underlay or whatever his name is, he was actually a captive of this Warren. And he said there are a bunch of a-holes and a lot of ladies want to leave. In fact, everybody wants to leave. So let's go pay a visit type thing.
Yeah. So it's all very kind of convoluted. Bigwig goes there and gets involved and says he wants to join, gets Heisley on board and tries to run for it.
It's almost, this is where it feels very World War II. You got your spy operation.
Sure.
And you got the troops defending the encampment, which are, vicious rabbits.
Yeah.
And the stakes are pretty damn high. You see some other rabbits in the warren have been absolutely mangled by the guards just because they decided they wanted to leave. So the stakes are very high. But good old Bigwig plays a blinder.
Yeah, he there's a different shift in tension. It's not really in external strife and perils. It's
rabbit on rabbit.
It's rabbit on rabbit action. Yeah. Which I'm sure happens a lot.
With rabbits especially, yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, the scariest part of this movie is rabbits hurting rabbits.
Well, Captain Woundworth or General Woundworth is a piece of work.
He's horrific to look at, and he's absolutely voiced perfectly, and his animation is bang on. He looks like he's going to mess you up.
Yeah, he's seen some shit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so basically it's all a kind of convoluted sort of thing, but it ends up with them running away, and then Woundworth and a couple of his lackeys follow them back to their hill of peace and quiet.
Onto the boat, lads. It'll be grand. Thanks, Blackberry.
Yeah. So when Hazel said, I've got an idea, I thought, cool, you're going to lead the dog back. No, he goes and tries to talk to Woundworth first. It's like, what the fuck are you trying to do?
That's a mistake.
Yeah. He's lucky he got away with it.
Yeah, it was 50-50. But yeah, no, he gets away, and he's given an ultimatum: get out of your warren now, or we'll kill you all.
Yeah.
Go tell your leader, is what he's told. And he's like, I'm not going to dispute that.
Yeah.
I'll let Bigwig take the fall.
Yeah. So the last bit of the movie is just pretty much a sort of siege part of a movie where they're under siege.
Bigwig gets a bit mangled.
Yeah.
A few rabbits taken out brutally.
Well, yeah, so they lead Bob.
Troops ripped out.
Yeah, the farm dog. Basically, they lead the farm dog back, and that's quite tension-filled because the one after the other.
But even before that, the general gets in to the warren and starts eating rabbits.
Well, yeah, at the same time, you've got the dog running back, and then general inside the
it's a race against time if they can get the dog back in time, while the general is tearing the warren apart and killing things.
Why does he go back outside when all his soldiers start yelling?
He hears one of the lads screaming, "Scarper, lads!"
He's going, what?
Yeah, and he gets annoyed by that, going, "You cowards!"
You know what?
I love what he said. You know what he says then?
I can take him. I can kill a dog or something.
I wrote it down. Dogs aren't dangerous. You're a rabbit. Sorry.
He was deluded.
Yeah, he's a big ass rabbit.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
But this was a hound.
But
Not
it's
just a
we
dog,
don't
a proper
yeah.
hound. Hound.
Hound of the Baskervilles. It was nicely done because it pretty much shows the dog jumping and Woundward jumping, and we don't see the death. But yeah, it's
Finn.
happened.
He could have John Wicked it.
Could have, but no.
No, not a hope in hell.
No. We have to get a little sadness at the end. Like, obviously, they live in peace for whatever many years as a rabbit lived for, because Hazel's pretty young, and then
4 weeks.
Yeah, if they don't get run over by a booty.
Yeah, I don't know. He dies of old age, which is nice. It's a nice way for a rabbit to go.
Yeah, but it's very beautifully done because the black rabbit comes in a little graphical thing, and Hazel lies down, breeds, and then just stops breeding, and it's like, oh, Hazel.
I don't know if you've ever read any Terry Pratchett stuff, but the Black Rabbit puts me in mind of the character Det that's in like 10 or 15 of his books. Oh. And he's a kindly sort. He's not, I touch you and you die type thing with a big sickle. He has a big sickle, but he's nice about it. And this is like that. Det comes for him, but it's a nice experience.
Yeah, he just follows the Black
So while it is sad, it's not that sad.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you struggle through life, you go through violent episodes, and then in the end you die anyway.
That's the massive takeaway from this movie is you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah, what's the point? Well, at least
he didn't die anyway.
He didn't die violently, I guess. It's fine.
He didn't die violently. He died happy. He died looking on to all the kids running around the hill. And it's like,
yes.
Job done.
Yeah, that was
knackered.
Nice.
I'm sick of this crap. It's about time I went.
Yeah, I think the Black Rabbit says, you've been feeling tired lately, haven't you? And Hazel, I don't think, actually says anything, right? Which is nice. Which is good. Yeah, you're right.
Keel's over.
I'm dead.
Cool, I'm off.
If you're given the option to go now, I'm good.
His ghost rabbit goes running off with the Black Rabbit.
Yes, his ghost apparition just goes plonk. And he looks different as well, which is graphically.
Looks young again.
Yes, true. That's nice. I didn't see Fiverr, though.
I want a ghost rabbit to take me away when I die.
You're getting the friggin' hooded phantom with a scythe. That's what you're getting.
Am I going up? No, you go down. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
That's probably what'll happen.
I would have liked to have seen Fiverr grown up. That would have been nice. And Pickwick.
He died way earlier.
Died of a badger attack.
Oh, there was a badger in this as well for about 2 seconds.
About 2 seconds. But he had blood on his mouth, so they said, oh, he's fed already, so we'd be fucked if he wasn't.
He's had some other rabbits.
Yeah. There's so much peril for the rabbits. That's one thing I took away from the movie was they fair play to them. They got through all the crazy amount of peril was around. You know what, as well, before I forget, it's the way the rabbits are animated. They stand up on their haunches, they sniff constantly, their ears are constantly turning around. They've got every mannerism of the rabbits animated perfectly.
They are very good.
In response
and I love the beautiful sort of almost water color backgrounds that they're animated on top of.
Yeah.
It's a very soft movie, animation-wise, which is kind of cool when you consider the amount of violence just slapped on top of it. So it works well. It works. It feels real for that, even though it's super not real.
Yeah. So let's think about the plot storyline here then for our first review. It's sort of like... I don't have any number written down yet. It's like a hero's journey type thing, your standard affair, but it's rabbits.
Standard arc.
But it's rabbits.
It is. I consider it a rabbit war movie.
Very niche.
Very niche. Very, very niche. With a weird sort of romance element.
Romance? Between the male rabbits?
Stealing female rabbits from another warren.
Well, there is no development of that hyacinthly female character rabbit and Hazel. There's nothing is developed there. So no. Yeah, don't be scared. It's not a rabbit romantic movie.
It's a rabbit's definition of romance, which is
procreate
as often as possible.
Yeah. And we don't really like. There's obviously you have the kind of running theme of they're exiled, they're rebuilding the society, but we don't get to see that sort of. We get to see the exile. It's part that's 90% of the movie, but we don't see that building a new society thing.
There's a very authoritarian sort of smack off the last quarter of the movie where they're up against the general.
Yeah, yeah. And then the myths at the start and at the end, and it comes in the middle with the Art Garfunkel song. It doesn't really, and they do mention it during the plot as well. I just can't remember when they do it, but they do refer to their religion
quite
during
frequently,
it. Yeah.
And cowslips were, and they mentioned it. Cowslip didn't hold with the old gods, if you will.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Old gods and the new. Right then, I'll give it 3.5. I liked it a lot.
I liked it. I've 3.75 down. I enjoyed myself watching it. I'm surprised that I did. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I thought the story would be much simpler. It's not simple.
No, I was looking forward to it yesterday when I watched it, and then I was like, yeah, it's cool. And to be honest with you,
this was written for the author's daughters.
Yes,
when the book was originally written, so it's
correct.
Quite complex. Fair play. And I don't know if I would write this for my daughters. It's quite, as you say, the peril is high and the violence is very high.
I think the author died. The director Rosen adapted 2 of his movies.
Taken about by a bunch of rabbits
into the night. No, this director, I think, was sued by the author's family by saying he had the rights to everything of him, something like that. Ooh. If people are interested in it, read it up. I don't really know. There's no sort of end to it. I don't know who won. Yeah, so that's nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, lovely. Voice acting, I thought everybody was proper English and good. I liked it a lot.
I thought a very good choice in some of them. I like, considering there's a almost militaristic sort of overtones in parts of it. The voices for the generals and the captains and the enforcers, spot on. Absolutely spot on. Like a World War II movie, but it just fits with the choice of actor.
It's very much like the voices you'd hear in old 80s TV shows, like Some Others Do Have Them. Isn't that
Betty?
No, is that no shit? Is that what's the one set in the jungle with the guy with the mustache? And he's very, very proper. Usually has a stick.
Oh, the Sergeant Major chap.
They're set in India or something, I think. They all have proper.
I do remember it. Didn't really watch it, but I remember the character you're talking about.
Yeah. God
he was
damn
Sergeant Major.
Yeah, he's Sergeant Major.
Mustache.
Mustache, yeah. While you're talking about something else later, I'm going to look it up because I want to make sure I get that right. But anyway, voice acting, I really liked it. Hazel, played by John Hurt, not the strongest or most aggressive dude, but he's a leader, and the voice is calming, reassuring.
Measured. Very measured. Really like him in this.
General Woundworth's the crazy antagonist, and very good as well.
Almost mob boss in how he sounds.
And you've got Richard Briers, who does a very meek fiver. Bigwig's a good character too. I'm tossing up between 3.75 and 4. If I give it 4, it's a bit dodgy, so I'm going to give it 3.75 because
I've 3.75 down as well. Just for that fact, I'd feel wrong giving it 4. While I really enjoyed the acting in it, it's bang on, but the rabbits. I find hard to give more than 3.75 for it.
Yeah. What about sound brackets track? It ain't half hot, Mum.
That's it. Well done. You got there.
I knew it was something like Some Others Do Have Them. Ain't out of Mum, mother.
Involved.
God damn it. Yeah.
Music, I give 2.75. I didn't see a lot of music in it. The bits and pieces that are in are perfectly fine. They build tension when it's needed. I was kind of disappointed by Art Garfunkel.
It's a little weird in the middle of the movie. It clashes a little bit.
It does. It's unnecessary. I think I would have given more for the music if there was no Art Garfunkel. And I actually don't mind Mr. Garfunkel, but it's not the right place for it.
What did you give it?
Controversial.
What are you giving it?
2.75.
You know what? Like, yeah, I didn't agree with the choice of Art Garfunkel, but I think the sound throughout is very good, and I'm a big critic of sounds that are sound
You
bad.
didn't hear footsteps.
I did not hear footsteps, and
the thumping when they did the thumping actually worked.
It sounded like a rabbit thumping, not humping, thumping. So I'll give it 3. I'll bump it up to 3 just because I think you have to get the sound correct in an animation, and I believe they did so.
Yeah. I only knocked it down because of Mr. Funkel.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they were like, oh, let's do a music video in the middle of this about whatever, and it's Fiverr looking for Hazel. We could have done it.
Reminded me with the art style and with the music going on. It reminded me of the Frog song.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that annoyed me because I hate that thing.
It doesn't sound anything like that.
I don't know, but it's just an artist I knew back in the day and the animation style, and it just felt weird.
I think give me just an instrumental, a nice emotional instrumental during that scene, and that would be fine.
You don't even have to change much about the art style either. Just make it a little bit less
leave
weird.
Yeah, leave it. To be honest with you, I'm giving that 3 because of the sounds of nature as well, to be honest with you. It's very good. Buzzing, grass rustling. Kahar. Yeah, exactly, Kahar. Piss off. Production. You know what? They did good.
I haven't filled this one in. Yeah, I liked the production of this. If it was made now, or even a couple of decades afterwards, I'd knock the production down a bit because I think you can do a lot more with technology. I'm not talking about full on animation, but even drawing it on computer, Ghibli style.
Well, they did it in 2018. They remade it in 2018. So if you want to have a look at that one, go ahead.
It's not a series though.
Yeah, it might be, but I think I
think it might be a series. I seen a clip of it and I was like, oh no, I don't like this at all. I think that was computer graphics the whole way.
Yeah, CGI.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Give me 70s animation because that's fine. And there's a certain whimsicalness to the animation style.
It felt very British. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like a bit of a constable thing going on here, and that's fine. It's soft. It's pastel-y. It's it's kind of warm, and I kind of like that. It's not as definite as something you would get from manga. There isn't striking lines or anything like that. It's everything's soft, which is nice.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's watercolor-like backgrounds as well with the rabbits. Rabbits are animated amazingly. They're friggin'
emotion
great.
Is portrayed very well through the rabbits, which is could not have been easy.
You remember the first scene after the prologue? It's just a close-up of a rabbit's eye, and you can tell instantly it's on the lookout for the humans that are talking. It's just that
it's very alert. Yeah,
it's great. I'm gonna give it. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say 4.
Yeah, I'm thinking 4 or 4.25.
My problem is I'm comparing this to a Ghibli. I might be a bit unfair to do so.
It is unfair.
But 4 is still a damn good score.
Yeah, I'm giving it 4. Yeah, I can't bump it up there, but I think a lot of production choices are amazing in this movie.
Yeah.
In fairness to them. Not a lot of reviews on Metacritic, but Time Out gave it 40 only. The camera takes a conventionally objective viewpoint, perpetually rolling over rolling countryside, which effectively robs the plot of all its terror and tension. And the bunnies are crudely drawn, charmless bunch with the final nail provided by the soundtrack's famous voices who helped turn the film into a radio play. It's not very nice.
Well, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
You got an issue with John Hurt?
I know where he's coming from, a radio play, but that doesn't really make a difference. 88, Slant Magazine, Chris Cabin, Martin Rosen's eloquent, wondrous film offers a deceivingly simple yet powerful view of war-ridden rabbit society.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too. It's bang on definition.
World War Rabbit. Yeah, there's not many reviews there, but that'll do for that a gamut.
The sequel to this is when they get nukes.
Rabbit nuke. Armageddon. I'm sure there is a movie out there where rabbits war against each other. You're right. That's, I think we haven't left any Warren unturned there, have we?
I don't believe we have. No, it's that is all the rabbins. All the rabbins have been safely secured in their warren, and we're now going to pave over it with a housing estate.
That's it. That's the one. Well, next week, I believe, is Halloween week. It is. So, who and what are we going to review? That's for you to find out next week, because
it
we have to figure that out ourselves. May have a spooky tone. May have a spooky tune. We may also release 2 movies next week. I don't know. We'll just see.
Or we might just do 2 Christmas movies.
Yeah, and then totally freak you out.
Nightmare Before Christmas. There we go. That'll cover both.
Yeah. Nightmare on Watership Down. 2.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you for Halloween week next week. Adios. Bye-bye. Ciao.
Cheerio.